Hello and welcome back to another episode of Messy But Thriving. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us for yet another episode, another Pod Friday. Life, it gets pretty crazy sometimes, but we all find some kind of way to cope. So here's to coping with life.
That's not art, David.
Doesn't it look like the phone's gonna fall off?
And now you're in jail. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Messy But Thriving podcast.
Today we're talking about, can you separate the art from the artist? But before, don't forget to subscribe. We post videos every other Friday.
I just realized I'm like this. I'm literally sitting here frozen like welcome to the pod.
Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think? Can you separate the art from the artist?
I think hell no. I think the art is part of the artist. Is an extension of the artist. That's why when artists die and their music and their art is still out, they're still living in a way. Because your art is like an extension of like you. That's how I feel about art.
Actually, yeah, art's,
Just I'm also like this.
I know, but I should sounded like that, like
I feel like
going in class.
I feel like you're gonna be like Professor Vibe.
I was about to say something that's not even relevant. I was about to say that, like, works don't go into the public domain until, like, 100 years after an artist dies, but that's not really, it's not really relevant. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a specific, we're saying art, like, we have been approaching this conversation from the topic of, like, specifically artists, like, musicians. Not like, you know, Picasso or something, right? Bob Ross. Like,
I mean, why not? I think art is art. Like all art, all mediums.
yeah, because I feel like artists,
All mediums welcome.
use their medium as like a way to obviously express themselves. So if there's something crazy in their narrative of their life, it's gonna come out in their art.
Yeah, because it's a form of self-expression. Mm-hmm. But then we have people who they play a persona, and that's.
Sorry, I'm doing it. David thinks it's animated.
Oh my god!
So this episode is actually inspired. Sorry, not look so fucking happy. Don't. So this episode is actually inspired by.
Talk about something lighter, like first, okay? Like.
Murder.
Okay, what we really want to touch on in this episode is like separating the artist from the art and like its relation to cancel culture.
Sorry, I'm trying to say cancer.
Cancel?
That's not funny though. Okay.
Okay, so.
Shonda Carey.
Okay, so this video, we kind of started talking about it because there's some popular artists that we love their work, and then like an article come out about certain things they've done that obviously maybe we don't align with, and then you go through that debate, like, do I still listen to their music or support their artwork or wherever they post? Can I still listen to it but not associate myself with the actual person, or are they like together? Or like there's like you said, like cancel culture, like people boy. Oh my god, do my we boycott them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually like good timing for this topic because this week I was watching some of my old like dance videos from high school, and I realized that I choreographed a dance to "Look at Me Now" by Chris Brown, and and I was like, and no, I genuinely was thinking about this week. I was like, okay, at the time okay, this was in 2017, mind you, like he had been done what he did, and like I choreographed to that song. No one said anything,
Okay.
but like the same people that were dancing with me that day today, if I started playing that song in my car, would be like, what the heck is wrong with you?
Okay, so that's like another part of it. It's like you might listen to the music, but then it's the other people's reactions towards it that kind of makes you skew a certain way.
And I also feel like that specific situation is like representative of my like how your morals and your beliefs evolve, because I think that when I was 17 I wasn't like doing things as intentionally as I am now, and I wasn't thinking about like the negative impact that artist had on another person's life. But now I am thinking differently about how I'm approaching things, so it shows like a different like level of I don't want to say level of consciousness. It shows a different level of like where I sit with my morals, like where I want, like what my beliefs are, whether that's good or bad. Like obviously in this situation it was for the better, but like in general I feel like people's beliefs evolve, and so they may believe one thing today and then in 10 years something else, or tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. We're always evolving, and so is our art. So maybe like our art evolves with us, because maybe like this person's art represents them at this point in time, and then as time progresses.
Suddenly, like, it's really bad because you guys, well, I don't know if you know this, but maybe you do. Like, people say things and then like the song comes in my head and I immediately start singing it. So every time I say it in the back of my mind, I immediately want to start singing his song, and then I'm like, hold on, because like I'm like, well, I feel like I have a different meaning behind the song now because of these allegations and everything, and I'm like, that I don't want to receive that energy, and so I like stop I like it comes to mind, and then I immediately stop myself. So like no, I feel like there's a certain literally a degree of things like, and you have the ability to have discernment and choose what you want to receive and what you don't want to.
Yeah, I'm in alignment with that. I agree, because music is very powerful, and at the end of the day, you're literally letting someone like brainwash, like kind of, because if you're listening to it over and over and over again, these words, you're gonna start to like believe it, or you're gonna start to resonate with it, or you're hearing it a lot. So whatever message someone is like giving through their music, like you have to think about that, kind of like what you're saying, like before you allow that energy in. And so I guess it depends on like what the person did, or like what kind of intention they have. Like I don't know, it's hard. It's a hard one. I don't know.
I want to be clear, very clear with that specific. Let me be clear with that specific situation where someone lost their life. Do not agree with that. That's devastating. I bump Daniel Caesar all the time, like.
Okay, that was my next follow-up question, because I don't know what happened, because I'm not really. I was like, oh, you guys have to like us like texting for like, oh, like Matt leaves. I don't really keep up with too much stuff. But yeah, because I remember, because like with that case, like it was a hard no. But then with this artist, it's like a little more ambiguous of like how I feel or what I should do in terms of support.
Honestly, I feel like cancel culture can be really performative, because like what happened with him, like being a white supremacist or whatever, that happened like several years ago, but then like it resurfaced, and then people were like talking about it again, and all of a sudden it was like, we're boycotting Daniel Caesar. And then his album came out, he apologized, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, Daniel Caesar's album is so good, he's coming to LA, we need to go. So I feel like it's really performative because I even had a phase where I was like, "Yep, I'm not listening to Daniel Caesar. What do I listen to today? Daniel Caesar radio on Spotify every single day." And that's I mean, it's an extremely different situation from the previous one we were talking about. But it's like, honestly, I feel like I've been performative with that because it's like, also, sometimes we don't know the full details of a situation because we get a lot of our information from TikTok and Instagram Reels, and then we don't like Google it. And then it's like, what is actually real? And it's just like, well, I want to follow what the mass majority of people are saying is right to do. So I'm just gonna play it safe and like say that I don't agree with this.
Yeah, I think that is what most people do, and I think it's like people don't think for themselves, and yeah, that's why I don't like cancel culture, and I like all people who are not all of them, but I do have like.
You've talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
Tenna?
Mm-hmm. Ten. Yeah. But also Leo skeptic. I don't think I should say that.
You love the underdogs.
I love people who just do what the fuck they want, say the hell they want, but who aren't trying to like harm others in the process, and who can grow and learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
But I think like I believe in like giving an artist like room to grow and evolve, and like I believe in like forgiveness and shit, like like a second chance. But I guess it depends on like things, like the crime that was committed, and then us literally judges. We will determine your sentence.
I believe in allowing people to be human, but I don't want this to get clipped and then people are like, she thinks murder is okay. Because that's literally not. Like, I'm scared someone's going to clip this.
Also, they're 200 subscribers.
No, but I think that, like, with people of influence, it can be easy to forget that they're human, and sometimes they're held to a higher standard because they're in the public eye and like everyone is looking towards them for some sort of influence or someone to look up to. But it's like the things that we do in private, and if we don't want to tell anybody about it, we don't have to tell anybody about it. So there could be things that hypothetically we could be canceled for, but like no one would ever know.
We have the luxury to make mistakes behind the scenes with the cameras not in our face. But here we are. Posted up by camera.
Do you feel that personally? Because I feel like you guys are both artists in different mediums. Do you feel like you can separate your art from yourself?
No, because it's like when you're creating, your soul is coming out of you. Like what is inside of you is coming out of you.
Even if it's like persona for some people, it's still like a version of you, or an idea of who you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like people who are making like angry music, they're angry people. People making sad music, they're sad people.
Do you know those like people who make like jokes, like DJ Mandy, like not a joke, but like they're like
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
I don't know if he gets angry.
The group, what do you say? You guys,
we the best music.
I'm the greatest.
We the best music.
We
DJ
the best.
Khaled.
No. We got the major key. You remember that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Major key alert. Major key alert. Okay, sorry. What were you saying?
When people make art as like a meme or a joke, is that still dumb? Or because they're doing it with the intention of like this is unserious and not. No, maybe it is a version, or maybe it's not.
I don't know. I guess everyone's different. I guess I can only speak for myself. I don't know about how you guys are, but for me, you know my inner state extremely well based on my art.
I think that's kind of. I don't make as much art as them, but from my past when I used to make art, I wasn't okay.
And this David man, he's making music about in the back of my mind. I died, you died. I don't regret it. Like that's.
like musical lyrics are also like an interesting topic to me because I feel like me personally, sometimes you don't realize, like, you know the words to a song bar for bar, and then you don't realize what you're singing until you actually sit down and, like, look at it. Like, you can just go to the. I was Kim Flognar and watched him, and I was like, in the back of my mind, I didn't realize that what I was saying. And because that's, like, I'm a person who doesn't really pay attention to lyrics that much. So it's like you're just kind of like singing a tune, but when they were writing it, I don't know, maybe they had weight to the words that they were putting in there. Cause like, I mean, like, what's your process? Actually, no, you don't. Well,
it's just what is literally inside of me is just starts to flow out because that's just what's in me.
yeah, yeah. So I just, cause I mean, like, yeah, we listen to Brent Fayez, and he be saying some crazy stuff about women, and I'm still like,
What does he say?
I can't say those things.
Really?
I can't say those
Is it
things.
like demeaning?
Mm-hmm. But now he wants to be a lover boy. And he's like, I wish that I could stay here for life. I have a hard time identifying as an artist, if I'm being so honest. I get a lot of imposter syndrome. I don't really, like, I understand why you say I'm an artist, but I have a really hard time believing that I'm an artist. I'm like, I don't think I am.
Like you make art, but you don't identify with being an artist.
No, like I would love to be able to confidently say I am an artist, but I have a hard time believing that I have original ideas.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too. Like I can copy someone's work, but it's hard for me to make original things.
Yeah.
But I think you're an artist. You're one.
I used to have that same dilemma. I didn't like call myself an artist, and I think it was actually Annabelle. Remember her, redhead girl? Yeah. I said it like in class. I was like, yeah, I don't feel like I'm an artist or whatever. And she came up to me after class. She's like, you are such an artist. I was like, no, I'm an artist. So you are an artist.
I rolls my eyes.
Sometimes you just need someone else to validate you.
Yeah.
You're an artist.
Because I feel like art.
Real working now is real.
Yeah. Shoot, I think art. For a lot of it, it's like meant to be shared and viewed and listened to and digested in a way. So you kind of do need. It feels like you need someone else's permission to be called an artist, or you feel like you need to have a level of success to claim that you're an artist. But yeah, I'm not really sure what the process is like. Some people can be self-proclaimed. Some people need someone else to like kind of like shake it into them. But I think as long as you're making art, whether it's for other people, for yourself, like just to feel good, like as long as you're making art, I think you're an artist.
What is art? Like, are we making art right now?
Really?
Yeah.
Just talking?
Yes. This is art, 100%. Because
I mean, maybe editing. I didn't think just like chatting.
Conversations are art to me.
Oh,
The process
like
is the
poetry,
the process is art, I guess.
like us brainstorming.
Or us, us brainstorming, us the whole.
It's an
thing.
artistic process. It's an
Really?
artistic process, but down to the color of this couch.
That's true. I did choose the color of this couch. For
Yeah,
editing.
Down to the lighting style.
And the what's it called? The size of the cushions you chose that.
The outfits we chose to
So
wear.
me and living spaces is art. Choosing out the couch.
Yeah. No, I was thinking when you were like looking furniture, like you're an artist. I think
Wait.
that you're just designing. Shani, you're an artist.
No, that's reaching consciousness.
Me just talking about labels and someone else talking to validate, and then me experience that.
You're like, I'm not as much of an artist
and
as that.
you're a great artist.
You create the whole aesthetic for this.
Yeah.
Dang, me bopping around is art.
Beep bop boop. Beep bop boop away.
I think that everyone's beep bop boop away.
Away.
I think that everyone with Victoria Justice. I think we're all.
I think we all sing. We all
But-
sing.
But she low-key right. Like we are all artists. Like I think every person, because we're all creating our lives. I think so. Like
The co-creators of our reality, if you will.
Oh, that's actually
our lives are our canvas.
Mm.
There's this song by J. Cole. It's called Apparently. You know that song?
no.
Well, in it he goes, "This is my canvas. I'ma paint it how the hell I want." Just like that. Listen to Apparently. And I like that part in the song because I'm like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
this is my canvas. I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna do what I want. It's my life.
J. Cole's kind of annoying because he just like starts saying prolific things like in the middle of like Come Through and Chill with Miguel. Like Miguel's like, let's Netflix and chill, and then J. Cole was like, why are they killing our people in the streets?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not annoying. It's just like, read the room. I feel like I'm literally in my canvas right now because I'm learning how to do stick and poke tattoo. And actually, since even before I started learning and when I was just getting them myself, or when I was getting them done, one thing I realized lately is that as I put more ink on myself, I'm starting to feel more like myself. Like, I feel like I look at myself and I'm like, wait, like, I'm growing into the person that I want to be. Like, I was making a TikTok and I was like, wait, like, why am I who I want to be? Like, what?
Wait,
That's so powerful.
Christ.
I was actually very happy to hear her.
I hate being a girl sometimes. Sometimes you just want some bros. Like, I'm glad you're doing good, bro. Girls, we're so emotional.
Yeah, I feel like
The way.
there's so much like now I think there's so many versions of art, like just what you choose to wear that day. What like cooking
Yeah.
is literally an art.
Cooking is art.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ratatouille?
How you do your hair?
The
Hair?
little, like scene when I put the cheese.
So, like, would you eat someone's food who was really mean? You separate the art from the artist.
Well, I think it's maybe some artists don't get as much grace as other artists.
Well, technically,
Gordon get canceled.
Gordon's not watching this.
I thought you were talking about my dad.
He has like no scenes and he's so popular and he can cook.
Yeah, that's a good example actually.
Like that, but he's not a bad person. He just don't.
He's just mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
But honestly, if I'm being so honest, like, Loki, if I go to a restaurant, I don't know the chef personally. I don't know if they're a bad person.
Yeah, I think some artists have more leeway than others. Because, like,
Yeah.
music, a lot of people like music because you're selling persona. Like, Sabrina Carpenter has a certain aesthetic. Like, I don't know who else. People have certain aesthetics. And, like, you're selling a brand.
Tyler.
Like, because she's very, like, silly. Tyler is also, like, very silly and artistic and has, like, different personas that he plays. And it's very, like, silly and, like, fans.
Yeah, and so Sabrina Carpenter just had a situation where she, like, got a lot of backlash for something that she did at Coachella.
I saw that.
What was it?
Basically, someone was doing, like, a Arabic call, I think, and then she couldn't hear, and she was like, "What is that? Are you yodeling? I don't like it." And then they're like, "It's my culture." She was like, "I don't like it," but she couldn't hear them. So it was kind of like, it was a twisted situation, I think. But yeah, she got a lot of backlash because she's on, what's it called? Possibly one of the largest stages, like one of the largest musical events in the world. And then that happened, so it's like, well, you did this and you like messed up in front of like a lot of people, where like we could mess up right here and our 200 subscribers would be the only people that saw it.
And we're like camera facing, whereas like other art don't have to be. Yeah. And if anything, this is like, I feel like we share a lot in a way, like we share a lot of our lives and our personalities. If anything, it could be under more scrutiny because it can be more personal.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's scary, and I feel like that's why I try to have grace for other artists as they evolve, because it's like this, you're still just a human too. Like, we're so imperfect.
So that is human.
So I don't know. I guess it really just depends on like the level of like how bad is it, and then like it's up to whoever to decide. Like, if you don't resonate with that artist anymore, okay, that's good for you.
Or guess the idea that some artists don't intend to blow up that quickly. Like sometimes it just happens, and now the responsibility of being a public figure and to say certain things and stand up for certain things is put on them, and they maybe just cared more about the art versus the responsibility that came with being popular.
Yeah, I think scrutiny comes with like as you rise, or the more eyes that are on you. Like, there's always going to be a percentage of people who don't like you, no matter if you do all the right things, the wrong things, you make a mistake, or you do everything perfect. So, because this is actually something that like I've talked about with people before who like want to be artists, but they're like worried about like what if like things about my personal life like come out, and it's like that's a very real possibility, because we see all the times where people's past like tweets from like 2005, where in those situations I kind of just feel like those were never really like true supporters. Like, the performativeness of it is like, I don't know, because if your character is good and you can show and people feel that and they resonate with that, then like you making like saying something stupid or making a mistake, like I feel like I don't know where I'm going with this, but everyone makes mistakes. Everybody has mistakes.
And honestly, there's a lot of noise, and like it's honestly even scarier right now because AI, like sometimes like there can be like resurfaced tweets, but then I'm starting to question, are those actually real? Because people can like fabricate stories, and that's scary.
Yeah. And I literally sometimes I'm like, is that actually Trump? Like, when I see videos of Trump, I'm like, that could be who is that man? You know what I mean? I've never seen the president like he could live. Don't go down the TikTok conspiracy.
I've never seen the president person. It's crazy.
Well, like, you know, when you really think about how much mental space this man is taking up all the time, I never met you. I don't even know you.
No, yeah, I keep seeing like fake pictures, wedding pictures of Zendaya and Tom Holland, and I'm like, I get so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, they look so cute. Like, it's literally AI, and it's like they're like anything can be fabricated. Not to say that like some of the situations we've talked about in this episode are not true, but like it's like we have to be cognizant of where we're getting like sources, like where we're getting our information from, because anything can be fabricated. And we are also talking about support and monetary support for artists, and I feel like that's something that I've done, but it honestly is kind of performative. Like, after everything happened with Astroworld, I like blocked Travis Scott on on Spotify, but it's also so performative because like I would not be listening to him anyways because I don't listen to his music. Like, so it's like, why do I need to block him? I'm just so I could say, and like if someone asked me, so I could say, yeah, I blocked him on Spotify. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's performative, and it's just to kind of like fit into a certain realm.
And I feel like I tend to go against that, like, and I tend to be like, no, I'm gonna stand by the canceled person. I can fuck me alone. And I always get a lot of like pushback from that, like, oh my god, you're such a man.
We just talked a little bit about if we could separate the art from the artist. Comment below what you think, if you can or you cannot.
We're just ordinary people. That was John Legend. Yeah, we're all. We're all human and to some degree deserve grace if you're being intentional and trying your best. All you can do is try your best. Yeah.
And if you are having a hard time to debate if you're a good person or not.
Watch our previous episode.
Yeah.
And subscribe.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time. Bye.
Justice for Celeste. Rest in peace, Celeste.